What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Ultimate Daily News. Today's story is packed with drama in the MMA world, as Islam Makhachev has thrown some serious shade at Ilia Topuria, while also talking about Arman Tsarukyan, his upcoming welterweight title fight, and what could be next for Team Khabib. Let's break it all down. Islam recently spoke with Russian channel Tower GSK, giving fans an update on how he's feeling heading into his welterweight title defense against Della Maddalena. He says the move to 170 pounds is going smoothly, the weight feels comfortable, and he's feeling both strong and healthy. In short, Makhachev is locked in for this next challenge. But of course, the conversation didn't just stay on Della. Reporters quickly shifted the focus to other big names in the game, namely Ilia Topuria and Arman Tsarukyan. Now, Islam admitted there have been talks with the UFC about a potential fight against Ilia Topuria, but he made it clear nothing happens until after he handles business with Della. He didn't want to reveal too much about Topuria right now, saying his focus is strictly on the upcoming fight. Still, he left the door wide open for that matchup in the future. And here's the big part. Islam said the only fight that could truly motivate him to cut weight again back down to 155 would be a super fight with Ilia Topuria. That's how big this fight could be in his eyes. But when the subject of Arman Tsarukyan came up, Islam got brutally honest. He said it would be hard to find motivation to cut all the way back to lightweight just to fight Arman. However, he didn't hesitate to praise him, calling Tsarukyan the toughest possible test for Ilia Topuria if they ever meet. And here's where things get spicy. Islam claimed that Ilia has been ducking Tsarukyan. He even pointed to online comments where Ilia reportedly said he'd rather retire than face Arman. According to Islam, Arman is the real threat at lightweight, and if Topuria ever accepts that fight, it would be the hardest challenge of his career.
Я хотел задать вопрос Исламу. Считаешь ли ты Армана самым серьезным соперником для Ильи? И не кажется ли тебе, что Топурия избегает его?
Ну, что избегает, не секрет. Я уже видел там баталии в интернете, где он говорит, я лучше завершу карьеру, чем буду с ним драться. И я думаю на данный момент, что Арман набрал хорошие обороты, и это самый серьезный экзамен для чемпиона.
Of course, once these comments went public, the MMA community exploded. On Instagram and Reddit, fans jumped in with their own takes. Some sided with Islam, saying things like, "Realest thing I've seen Islam say, Ilia Topuria." And one user added, "Ilia has been quiet on social media since Arman started calling him out. But when it came to Islam, he was running his mouth." Others, though, flipped the narrative back on Islam, accusing him of ducking Topuria. One fan wrote, "And he ducked Ilia." Another pointed out Islam's inactivity. Hasn't fought for 600 days, missed weight in a title fight, lol. So, the fan base is split. Some believe Ilia is avoiding Arman, while others believe Islam is the one avoiding Topuria. Here's the reality. A fight between Islam and Ilia was actually very close to being finalized earlier this year. The only reason it didn't happen? Belal Muhammad lost his belt to Della Maddalena, shifting the entire picture at welterweight. Now, Islam is committed to defending at 170, with names like Shavkat Rakhmonov and Kamaru Usman floating as possible challengers down the line. But the lightweight storyline refuses to go away, especially with Arman Tsarukyan knocking on the door. If Ilia Topuria wants to prove he's truly the king, many fans believe he can't keep avoiding Arman. And if Islam wants to silence his critics, a future showdown with Ilia would be the ultimate way to do it. So here's the big question for you, the viewers. Do you believe Islam is right, that Ilia is ducking Tsarukyan? Or is Islam the one avoiding Ilia by moving up to 170 and picking other fights instead? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this storyline is heating up fast. And don't forget, we're just weeks away from Islam versus Della Maddalena at welterweight, a fight that could change everything. That's all for today's update from Ultimate Daily News. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest MMA drama. Until next time, stay tuned.